Your subconscious holds the key to unlocking everything you've ever wanted. It's not some abstract idea or a distant dream. It's already shaping your reality, and right now it's either working for you or against you. Every thought, belief, and emotion you have is being controlled by this unseen force. But what if you could take control of it? What if you could change the way your mind works, so it starts working in your favor? Imagine waking up every day with a clear sense of purpose, the confidence to tackle your goals, and the inner peace to know you're on the right path. In this audiobook, we're going to break down exactly how to tap into the limitless power of your subconscious mind. You'll learn how to reprogram your thinking, transform old habits, and create a mindset that attracts success, happiness, and fulfillment. This isn't just about thinking positive, it's about understanding how your mind works on a deeper level and using that knowledge to change your life from the inside out. If you're ready to take control, shift your mindset, and create a life that aligns with your true potential, stay with me. What you're about to learn will change the way you think forever, and once you unlock the power of your subconscious, you'll never look at your life the same way again. Stick around. You don't want to miss this. Chapter 1. Understanding your subconscious mind. The power to change your life, to completely transform your reality, lies in one simple yet profound truth. Your mind is the master of your destiny. The thoughts you entertain, the beliefs you hold, and the stories you tell yourself every single day shape your entire existence. And there's one part of your mind that holds the key to it all, the subconscious mind. It's the silent architect behind your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Most of us go through life without understanding how much control our subconscious has over us. But the moment you realize that you have the power to consciously reprogram it, everything changes. It's time to take control. It's time to unlock the true power of your subconscious mind. Imagine this for a moment. You wake up every day with a clear vision of your goals, unwavering confidence, and a sense of purpose that drives you forward, no matter what challenges arise. You know exactly who you are, where you're going, and how to get there. Your mindset isn't influenced by fear, doubt, or negative beliefs. It's strong, grounded in truth, and aligned with your deepest desires. You act with clarity, making decisions that lead you to your goals faster than you ever thought possible. This is the power of a mind that's in control, a mind that works for you, not against you. But how do you get there? How do you tap into this powerful force within you and use it to your advantage? The answer lies in understanding the way your subconscious mind works. Your subconscious mind is like the autopilot system of your brain. It's always on, always running in the background, controlling your habits, emotions, and actions. It takes in every experience you've ever had, from your childhood all the way to this very moment, and stores it all as beliefs, feelings, and memories. These subconscious beliefs drive your behavior, often without you even realizing it. If you've ever struggled with self-doubt or found yourself stuck in a pattern of procrastination, it's your subconscious mind at work, holding you back with limiting beliefs. Here's the thing about the subconscious mind: it doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's imagined. It simply accepts whatever you feed it and makes it your reality. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, your subconscious mind takes that as the truth and begins to shape your reality accordingly. But on the flip side, if you feed your mind with positive, empowering thoughts, your subconscious will begin to manifest those into your life as well. This is why reprogramming your subconscious mind is so powerful. It allows you to break free from old, limiting beliefs and replace them with new ones that serve your highest good. It all starts with awareness. You have to first recognize the beliefs and patterns that are running in the background of your mind. What are the stories you're telling yourself? What are the limiting beliefs you've internalized over the years? Maybe you've been telling yourself that success is for other people, not for you. Maybe you've been convinced that you're not capable of achieving your dreams. Maybe you've carried around the belief that you'll always struggle with money, relationships, or your health. These are all subconscious programs that have been implanted in your mind over time, but they don't have to define your future. The key is to catch yourself in the act of thinking those thoughts. You don't need to judge them or feel bad about them. Simply become aware of them. Start to notice when those limiting beliefs arise, and when they do, remind yourself that they are just thoughts, not truths. You don't have to accept them. Once you've identified the negative patterns that are holding you back, you can begin the process of rewriting them. You can replace the old disempowering beliefs with new empowering ones. This is where the real magic happens. Reprogramming your subconscious mind is a process, but it's one of the most rewarding things you can do for yourself. It's not about trying to force change. It's about allowing the change to happen naturally through consistent, focused effort. The more you practice positive thinking, the more your subconscious will begin to accept those new thoughts as your reality. And the more your subconscious mind accepts those thoughts, the more they'll shape your behavior, your emotions, and your actions. One of the most powerful ways to reprogram your subconscious mind is through affirmations. Affirmations are positive, present tense statements that you repeat to yourself on a daily basis. These statements help you shift your mindset and replace old negative beliefs with new empowering ones. For example, if you've struggled with self-worth, you might say to yourself every day, "I am worthy of love, success, and happiness." If you've been telling yourself that you're not good enough, you might affirm, "I am more than enough, just as I am." It's important to make your affirmations personal, positive, and present tense. The subconscious mind responds to repetition, so the more you repeat these affirmations, the more they become ingrained in your mind. Visualization is another powerful tool you can use to reprogram your subconscious. Your mind responds to images just as strongly as it responds to words. When you visualize yourself achieving your goals, experiencing success, or living the life you desire, you're creating a mental image that your subconscious mind begins to accept as reality. Close your eyes and see yourself in the future, already living the life you want. Feel the emotions that come with it. Visualize every detail, from the way you look to the way you feel, to the things you're doing and the people you're interacting with. This mental imagery sends a powerful message to your subconscious mind, reinforcing the belief that what you want is possible and that you are capable of achieving it. But reprogramming your subconscious mind isn't just about words and images. It's also about taking consistent action that aligns with your goals. Your subconscious mind responds to your actions just as much as it responds to your thoughts. So if you want to reprogram your mind for success, you have to start acting like the person you want to become. If you want to be more confident, start taking small actions that push you outside of your comfort zone. If you want to be healthier, start making better choices every day. Your subconscious mind will begin to internalize those actions and integrate them into your self-image, making success feel natural and inevitable. The key to reprogramming your subconscious mind is to be patient and persistent. Change doesn't happen overnight, but every small step you take in the right direction is a victory. It's like planting seeds in a garden. At first you may not see much happening, but if you keep watering and nurturing those seeds, they'll eventually grow into something beautiful. The same is true for your subconscious mind. The more you feed it positive, empowering thoughts and actions, the more it will begin to reflect those beliefs in your reality. The subconscious mind is an incredibly powerful tool, and when you learn to harness it, there's nothing you can't accomplish. You have the ability to rewrite your story, to change the way you think, feel, and act, and to create the life you've always dreamed of. It all starts with understanding the power of your mind and taking the first step toward reprogramming it for success. This journey of self-mastery is one of the most rewarding things you can ever embark on. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. And every time you take a step forward, no matter how small, you're getting closer to becoming the person you were always meant to be. So take control of your subconscious mind, unlock your true potential, and watch your life transform in ways you never thought possible. The power is within you. All it takes is the willingness to embrace it. Chapter 2. Reprogramming your mind for success. The life you desire is waiting for you. It's already out there, in the future, just waiting for you to step into it. All you need to do is unlock the power of your mind, to reprogram your thoughts so that every action you take leads you closer to that future. The subconscious mind is the gateway, the silent force driving every belief, every habit, every feeling. But here's the kicker. You don't have to let it stay on autopilot. You have the power to control it, to consciously rewire your mind for success, to shift your thoughts and beliefs toward what you truly want in life. But how? It starts with the simple yet powerful process of reprogramming your mind for success. When you learn how to train your subconscious to think the right thoughts, to focus on what you truly want, there's no limit to what you can achieve. So let's break it down. Imagine that your subconscious mind is like a sponge, constantly absorbing the environment around you. Everything you see, hear, and feel, every interaction and experience, is being soaked up by your subconscious. Over time, these absorbed beliefs and experiences shape how you view yourself and the world. But most of us have a limited or negative view of our potential because of the things we've absorbed throughout our lives. Things like past failures, negative feedback, or limiting beliefs from those around us. These beliefs are deeply ingrained in your subconscious, and they often go unnoticed, quietly shaping your actions and decisions, keeping you stuck in old patterns that no longer serve you. If you've ever felt like something was holding you back, like you were trapped in a cycle of self-doubt or fear, it's likely that your subconscious beliefs are at play. Now, the good news is that these beliefs are not permanent. The beautiful truth is that you have the ability to change them, to reprogram your subconscious to reflect the life you truly want to live. It's not about changing who you are. It's about unlocking the power within you and removing the mental blocks that are keeping you from achieving your full potential. The process of reprogramming your subconscious is a powerful, life-changing tool that allows you to break free from old patterns and create new ones that align with your dreams. Reprogramming your mind doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen if you're committed to doing the work. The first step is recognizing the limiting beliefs that are holding you back. These beliefs are often so deeply ingrained that you may not even realize they're there. Think about it. How many times have you caught yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never be able to do this"? These are the beliefs that have been programmed into your subconscious over time, and they influence every decision you make. But here's the thing. These beliefs are not the truth. They're just thoughts, and thoughts can be changed. The next step is to replace those limiting beliefs with new, empowering ones. It's about choosing the thoughts that will help you grow, succeed, and achieve everything you want in life. If you've been telling yourself that you're not good enough, it's time to rewrite that story. Start telling yourself that you are more than enough, that you have everything within you to succeed. If you've been stuck in the belief that you'll never be successful, start telling yourself that you are worthy of success, that you can and will achieve your dreams. The key to reprogramming your subconscious is repetition. Just like any new habit, it takes consistent effort to rewire your brain. But the more you repeat these positive affirmations, the more your subconscious begins to accept them as truth. It's like planting seeds in your mind. Over time, these seeds will grow, and the old beliefs will be replaced with new ones that serve your highest good. Visualization is another powerful tool you can use to reprogram your subconscious mind. Visualization works because your brain doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's imagined. When you visualize yourself achieving your goals, your subconscious mind begins to accept that as reality. This is why top athletes, successful entrepreneurs, and high achievers all use visualization techniques. They know that by creating a mental image of success, they can program their minds to achieve it. But here's the trick: visualize in detail. The more specific you can be, the more powerful the visualization will be. Close your eyes and see yourself living the life you want. Picture every detail: where you are, what you're doing, who you're with, and how it feels. Imagine the joy, the satisfaction, the sense of accomplishment. Feel it in your body. The more you engage your senses in this visualization, the more real it becomes to your subconscious. Over time, this visualization will help align your thoughts, actions, and beliefs with the life you want to create. But reprogramming your subconscious mind isn't just about affirmations and visualization. It's also about taking massive action. The reason this is so important is that your subconscious mind doesn't just respond to thoughts, it also responds to your actions. If you want to change your life, you have to take action that aligns with the person you want to become. If you want to be more confident, start acting like someone who is confident. If you want to be successful, take the actions that successful people take. The more you act in alignment with your goals, the more your subconscious mind will start to accept that reality. You see, your subconscious mind is like a mirror. It reflects what you believe and what you do. If you want to see a different reflection, you have to change what you believe and what you do. It's also important to understand that your subconscious mind is always working, even when you're not consciously thinking about it. This is why it's so important to surround yourself with positive influences. The people you spend time with, the content you consume, and the environment you create all shape your subconscious mind. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, your subconscious will absorb that negativity and start to reflect it in your thoughts and actions. But if you surround yourself with positivity, whether that's through the books you read, the podcasts you listen to, or the people you interact with, you're feeding your subconscious mind with the kind of energy that will support your growth and success. Your environment plays a huge role in shaping your thoughts and beliefs, so make sure that your surroundings are aligned with the person you want to become. Reprogramming your subconscious mind is not an overnight process, but it is a process that will pay off in ways you can't even imagine. It's about being consistent, being patient, and being persistent. Change doesn't happen overnight, but with every small step you take toward reprogramming your mind, you're getting closer to the life you want. It's not about perfection, it's about progress. Every time you challenge a limiting belief, every time you visualize your success, Every time you take action toward your goals, you're reprogramming your subconscious mind. And with each step, you're becoming the person you were always meant to be. The power of your mind is limitless. When you learn to reprogram your subconscious mind, you unlock a level of potential you never thought possible. You stop living in reaction to your circumstances, and instead, you begin to consciously create the life you want. The thoughts you think, the beliefs you hold, and the actions you take all work together to shape your reality. And when you take control of your subconscious mind, you take control of your life. So what are you waiting for? The power to change your life is within you. It's time to step into that power, to reprogram your subconscious mind, and to create the life you've always dreamed of. Your future is waiting, and it's up to you to make it happen. Take control of your mind, take control of your life, and start creating the success you deserve today. Chapter 3. The Secret to Unstoppable Confidence. Even if you're shy. The world is full of people who are waiting for something outside of themselves to change in order to find the confidence they seek. They're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity, or the right circumstances. But what if I told you that the key to unlocking unstoppable confidence lies within you? Right now, in this very moment, you have the power to tap into a deep, unwavering sense of confidence that will propel you to new heights. It's not about waiting for the world to change. It's about shifting your mindset and aligning your actions with a deep, unshakable belief in your own worth and abilities. Confidence isn't something you're born with. It's something you build. It's a muscle, one that you can develop and strengthen through intentional practice and daily commitment. If you've ever felt like your confidence was fleeting, or that you were too shy to truly step into your own power, know this: it's not a permanent state. You can break free from the self-doubt that's been holding you back. You have the ability to create the confident version of yourself that you've always dreamed of. The first step is understanding that confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about being authentic, showing up as you truly are, and taking bold action, regardless of fear. When it comes to building confidence, there's one thing you need to understand deeply. Confidence comes from action. It comes from doing things that scare you, from stepping outside of your comfort zone and doing things that challenge you. Confidence isn't something you can think your way into, it's something you build by doing. Think about the last time you accomplished something that felt really challenging. The feeling of pride and accomplishment that followed was the result of pushing yourself, doing something you didn't think you could do. Every time you take action, no matter how small, you send a message to your brain that you are capable, that you are worthy, and that you can succeed. The more action you take, the more confident you become. Now let's talk about the most powerful way to build confidence, especially if you consider yourself shy or reserved. Confidence isn't about being extroverted or outspoken. It's about being comfortable with who you are, accepting yourself fully, and having the courage to show up even when you're afraid. When you're shy, it's easy to get caught in a cycle of overthinking and self-doubt. But here's the secret: confidence grows when you push through that discomfort, when you take one step forward, even when your knees are shaking. The more you do it, the more you realize that your fears were never as big as they seemed. One of the most effective ways to start building confidence is by practicing self-affirmation. The way you speak to yourself has a profound impact on your belief in yourself. If you've been telling yourself for years that you're not good enough, that you don't deserve success, or that you're too shy to be confident, it's time to change the narrative. Start by affirming your worth every single day. Tell yourself that you are capable, that you have unique strengths, and that you are worthy of all the success and happiness the world has to offer. These affirmations may feel uncomfortable at first, but remember, confidence is built through consistent practice. Speak to yourself like the person you want to become, not like the person you've been. Over time, your subconscious mind will begin to believe it. Visualization is another powerful tool in building confidence. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. When you visualize yourself confidently achieving your goals, your brain registers that as reality. When you picture yourself speaking confidently in front of a group, for example, your mind begins to create new neural pathways, helping you feel more comfortable and capable in those situations. Visualization allows you to rehearse success before it happens, so that when the moment arrives, you're already mentally prepared. This technique is used by top athletes, performers, and high achievers because it primes the brain for success and creates a deep sense of familiarity with confidence. But let's address something that often trips people up when they're trying to build confidence: failure. Many people fear failure because they believe it means they're not good enough, that they're not capable. But failure is not a reflection of your worth, it's simply feedback. Every time you fail, you're learning. You're gaining valuable experience that you can use to improve and grow. The most successful people in the world have failed countless times, but what sets them apart is their ability to keep going, to not let failure define them. If you're going to build unstoppable confidence, you must embrace failure as a necessary part of your growth. Failures aren't setbacks, they're stepping stones. Building confidence also requires you to confront your fears head-on. The more you avoid the things that scare you, the more power those fears have over you. But when you face them, they lose their grip. Think about the things you're most afraid of. What would happen if you decided to step right into that fear, to do the thing that's been holding you back? The first time you do it, it will feel terrifying. But the second time, it gets easier. The third time, even easier. Eventually, what once terrified you becomes second nature, and you've just expanded your comfort zone. Confidence grows when you refuse to let fear control you. It's not about eliminating fear, it's about taking action despite it. The key to building unshakable confidence is developing a deep, unwavering belief in yourself, regardless of external validation. Confidence isn't about seeking approval from others, it's about knowing deep in your bones that you are enough just as you are. When you stop seeking validation from the outside world and start trusting yourself, you become unstoppable. You no longer need permission to chase your dreams or take risks. You realize that your worth doesn't depend on anyone else's opinion of you. You are worthy of everything you desire simply because you exist. A crucial part of developing this confidence is setting boundaries. When you know your worth, you're no longer willing to tolerate behavior that doesn't align with your values. Setting boundaries means saying no when you need to, standing firm in your beliefs, and protecting your energy. Confidence comes from respecting yourself enough to make decisions that are in alignment with your highest good. It's about not letting others dictate your worth or your path. When you set healthy boundaries, you send a powerful message to yourself and others that you value yourself and that you won't settle for less than what you deserve. Building confidence isn't about achieving perfection, it's about showing up, taking action, and trusting yourself. You'll stumble, you'll fall, and you'll face setbacks, but every time you get back up, you strengthen your confidence. The more you practice these principles, the more confident you'll become. The shy, self-doubting version of yourself will fade away, replaced by someone who knows their worth and walks with purpose. You don't need to wait for the right moment to build your confidence. The right moment is now. Every action you take today, every affirmation you repeat, and every fear you face brings you one step closer to the confident person you were always meant to be. Start today, and let your confidence grow stronger with each passing day. You are capable, you are enough, and you are destined for greatness. Chapter 4. Turn every failure into your greatest success story. You have within you the power to reshape your reality, to transform the way you think, feel, and act. Every decision you make, every thought you think, and every belief you hold is shaping your future right now. What if I told you that the key to unlocking your fullest potential isn't something outside of yourself? It's inside you, waiting for you to take the reins and start taking control. You are capable of more than you realize. It's time to stop waiting for things to change and begin changing the way you show up in the world. The moment you decide to take control of your life, you start writing the next chapter in a way that only you can. One of the most powerful tools you have at your disposal is the ability to change the way you think. Your thoughts shape your emotions, your actions, and ultimately, your reality. If you want to change the trajectory of your life, you must first change your thought patterns. This isn't about positive thinking alone. It's about shifting your mindset to one that is empowered, resilient, and purposeful. The way you think determines how you feel, and how you feel determines what you do. When you learn to control your thoughts, you begin to control your life. Your thoughts are like seeds. They are constantly planting themselves in your subconscious mind, where they take root and grow. If you plant seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity, those thoughts will grow into limiting beliefs that hold you back. But if you plant seeds of confidence, possibility, and action, those thoughts will take root and become the foundation for your success. The more you think positively, the more you cultivate a mindset that allows you to see opportunities where others see obstacles. It's not about ignoring reality, it's about seeing the possibility in every situation, no matter how challenging it may seem. One of the most important things to understand when it comes to changing your mindset is that your brain is incredibly powerful, but it also loves comfort. Your brain is wired to seek patterns, and it will often take the path of least resistance, which can mean staying stuck in old, unhelpful thought patterns. To break free from these patterns, you must consciously choose new thoughts. It's not easy at first. It takes effort, it takes practice, and it requires you to be disciplined. But over time, the more you feed your brain with empowering thoughts, the more natural it becomes to think in ways that support your growth. It all starts with awareness. You have to become aware of the thoughts that are running through your mind. Pay attention to the stories you tell yourself, the beliefs you hold, and the things you say to yourself when things aren't going well. Are you telling yourself that you're not good enough? Are you convincing yourself that success is for others, not for you? Are you allowing fear to keep you from taking action? These thoughts are not facts. They are just stories you've been telling yourself, and they are holding you back. Once you become aware of these thoughts, you can start to challenge them. You can start to replace them with new, empowering beliefs that support your growth and success. This process of changing your thoughts requires you to be intentional. Every time a negative or limiting thought comes up, pause for a moment and ask yourself, is this thought serving me? Is this thought helping me move forward? If the answer is no, let it go. Replace it with a thought that is more aligned with your goals and vision for your life. It takes practice, and it won't happen overnight, but over time you will begin to notice a shift in the way you think, the way you feel, and the way you act. The second part of shifting your mindset is changing the way you perceive challenges. It's easy to look at obstacles as something to avoid or something that will derail your progress. But what if you saw every challenge as an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to become stronger? What if you saw setbacks as stepping stones, not roadblocks? The way you perceive challenges determines how you respond to them. If you see a challenge as something to fear, you will shrink back. But if you see it as an opportunity to stretch, to learn, and to grow, you will rise to the occasion. The most successful people in the world are not immune to challenges, they embrace them. They see challenges as a necessary part of the journey. Without challenges, there is no growth. Without discomfort, there is no progress. This shift in mindset is key to developing resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward, no matter how difficult things may seem. Resilience is built in the face of adversity. It's not about avoiding the hard times. It's about facing them head-on, learning from them, and using them as fuel for your growth. When you change the way you see challenges, you stop fearing them. You start to see them as the stepping stones they are, and you begin to approach them with curiosity, strength, and determination. Another critical aspect of shifting your mindset is the belief that you are worthy of success. Many people struggle with imposter syndrome, the feeling that they don't deserve the success they have or that they are not good enough to achieve their goals. But here's the truth: you are worthy of everything you desire. Your success is not a fluke. It is the result of your effort, your growth, and your willingness to show up every day and take action. The more you believe in your worth, the more you will show up as the person who is capable of achieving everything you want. Self-worth isn't about arrogance or pride. It's about recognizing that you are worthy of success, happiness, and all the abundance life has to offer. As you continue to shift your mindset, it's important to understand that your actions will follow your thoughts. If you believe that you are worthy of success, you will start to take actions that reflect that belief. If you believe that you are capable, you will take bold, confident steps toward your goals. Your mindset shapes your actions, and your actions shape your reality. When you align your thoughts with your actions, you begin to see results. You start to create the life you've always wanted, because your thoughts, beliefs, and actions are all in alignment with your vision for your life. But there's one final piece of the puzzle that many people overlook when it comes to changing their mindset: consistency. It's easy to get excited about personal growth and change when you first start. But what happens when things get tough? What happens when you hit a roadblock or face a setback? Do you give up, or do you keep going? Consistency is key to lasting change. It's not about being perfect. It's about showing up every day, no matter how small the step, and continuing to take action toward your goals. Consistency builds momentum, and momentum is what propels you forward, even when you don't feel like it. As you continue to change your mindset and align your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with your goals, you will start to notice profound shifts in your life. You will feel more confident, more empowered, and more capable of taking on whatever challenges come your way. And the best part, you will start to see the results of your efforts. Success won't feel like a distant dream. It will feel like an inevitable outcome of your hard work, dedication, and belief in yourself. Remember, the power to change your life is within you. It all starts with the thoughts you think, the beliefs you hold, and the actions you take. When you align all three, you become unstoppable. It's time to take control of your mindset, embrace challenges as opportunities, and start living the life you were always meant to live. Your future is waiting for you, and it starts right now. Chapter 5. 5 Daily Habits That Will Make You Unstoppable. You have the power to build a life that most people only dream of. You've always had that power. The difference between those who live extraordinary lives and those who don't isn't about luck or special circumstances. It's about making a decision. A decision to take action, a decision to persist, and a decision to live your life with purpose. The question is, are you ready to step into that power? Are you ready to break free from the life you've been living and step into the life you know you're meant to have? Because this is the moment, right now, that you can change everything. One of the most crucial aspects of building an unbreakable life is learning to take consistent action, no matter the circumstances. You see, every day you wake up, you have two choices. You can let your circumstances dictate your actions, or you can take control and let your actions shape your circumstances. Most people are slaves to their circumstances. They wake up feeling tired, unmotivated, and uncertain about the day ahead. They let the distractions and pressures of the world around them control how they feel, and they let those feelings determine how they act. This is the cycle that keeps people stuck in mediocrity. But you have the power to break that cycle. You have the ability to choose differently. Taking action isn't always easy. It's not always convenient. In fact, it's rarely convenient. But that's the point. You see, real growth happens when you do the hard things. It happens when you push through the resistance. When you wake up early, even though you're tired. When you choose to work on your goals instead of scrolling through social media. When you refuse to give up, no matter how many setbacks you face. This is what separates the successful from the unsuccessful, the willingness to take action no matter what. The thing about action is that it doesn't always have to be massive or life-changing. You don't have to take huge leaps every single day. The key to making progress is consistency. Small actions, repeated day after day, compound over time and create massive results. It's the simple decisions that add up, the decision to wake up 15 minutes earlier, the decision to read one chapter of a book instead of watching TV, the decision to get one more rep in at the gym. These little decisions, when made consistently, start to build momentum. And once momentum is in motion, there's no stopping it. It's easy to look at the most successful people and think they've got some secret formula for success. But here's the truth. They don't. What they have is a relentless commitment to action. They take action day in and day out, regardless of how they feel. When they're tired, they take action. When they're afraid, they take action. When they don't see immediate results, they keep taking action. That's the secret. There's no magic. It's just the commitment to keep going. This leads us to another critical part of building an unstoppable life, the ability to develop self-discipline. Self-discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. It's the ability to stay focused on your goals and take consistent action, even when you don't feel like it. It's about doing what needs to be done, not what you feel like doing. The most successful people in the world have an immense amount of self-discipline. They know that without it, they will never achieve their dreams. Self-discipline is not something that you either have or don't have. It's a skill that you can develop. It's like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. The first step to developing self-discipline is understanding that it's about making the right choices, even when it's hard. It's about choosing long-term success over short-term pleasure. It's about resisting the temptation to procrastinate, to give in to distractions, to take the easy route. Every time you choose discipline over indulgence, you're building your self-discipline muscle. Building self-discipline is about setting clear goals and creating a plan to achieve them. It's about being deliberate in your actions and not letting your emotions dictate your behavior. Your emotions will always try to take the path of least resistance. They'll try to keep you comfortable, keep you safe, and keep you from stepping outside your comfort zone. But you can't achieve anything extraordinary by staying in your comfort zone. Real growth happens when you challenge yourself to do things you've never done before. When you get uncomfortable, when you push yourself to the limit, that's when you grow. The key to building self-discipline is not about being perfect, it's about progress. It's about getting back on track when you slip up and learning from your mistakes. Everyone falls off the wagon from time to time. The difference between those who succeed and those who fail is that the successful ones get back up and keep going. They don't let one mistake or one setback derail their entire journey. They keep their eyes on the prize and continue to take action, even when it's hard. Another critical part of this process is learning how to control your environment. The people you surround yourself with, the media you consume, and the things you spend your time on all play a huge role in your ability to stay disciplined and take action. If you're constantly surrounded by negativity, distractions, and people who don't support your goals, it's going to be much harder to stay focused and take action. Your environment is either helping you move forward or holding you back. That's why it's so important to consciously curate your environment. Spend time with people who inspire you, who challenge you, and who support your growth. Surround yourself with people who are also taking action, who are also committed to personal development and growth. This will elevate your own energy and keep you motivated. One of the most powerful tools you can use to stay disciplined is the power of routine. Successful people don't leave their success up to chance. They create habits that support their goals and make their routines non-negotiable. A solid routine doesn't just make your life easier, it builds the foundation for long-term success. Your routine sets the tone for your day, and how you start your day determines how the rest of it will go. If you wake up and immediately dive into your phone or get distracted by unimportant tasks, you're already starting the day off on the wrong foot. But if you wake up, get moving, and immediately focus on the most important things that will move you closer to your goals, you set yourself up for success. Your routine doesn't have to be complicated or rigid, but it does need to be intentional. It's about building small habits that add up to big results over time. Whether it's a morning routine that includes meditation, journaling, or exercise, or a work routine that helps you stay focused and productive, the key is consistency. Stick with it, even on the days when you don't feel like it. Over time, your routine will become second nature, and you'll find that staying disciplined becomes easier. Another essential component of taking action is developing the mindset of a problem solver. Life is full of challenges, and it's easy to get discouraged when things don't go according to plan. But successful people don't see challenges as obstacles, they see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Every challenge is a chance to develop new skills, to improve, and to come out even stronger. The more you approach life with the mindset of a problem solver, the more resilient you become. You stop seeing problems as roadblocks and start seeing them as stepping stones to success. Taking action isn't always glamorous. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect set of circumstances. It's about showing up every day and doing the work, even when it feels hard. It's about staying disciplined, staying focused, and staying committed to your goals, even when the world around you tries to distract you. The key to success is simple: keep moving forward, keep taking action, no matter how small. Every step you take brings you closer to your goals, and every day you stay disciplined brings you closer to the life you've always dreamed of. You've got this. Chapter 6. How to stop procrastinating and get things done. You're capable of more than you even realize. The potential inside of you is limitless, and the life you want isn't a distant dream. It's within your grasp, if you're willing to take the necessary steps to claim it. But here's the truth that most people never realize. It's not the big moments, the grand gestures, or the dramatic breakthroughs that define success. It's the small, consistent actions you take every single day. That's what creates lasting change. You want to unlock your full potential. It's not about waiting for the right moment or hoping for a miracle. It's about waking up every day and deciding that you're going to show up, that you're going to put in the work, no matter how difficult it gets, no matter how many setbacks you face. Life isn't a straight path. There are detours, roadblocks, and obstacles. But the people who rise above, the people who break through the barriers and create lives that others only dream of, they don't wait for everything to be perfect. They don't sit around waiting for the stars to align. They create their own path. They take action. They don't let fear, doubt, or uncertainty stop them. And the same is true for you. You don't need to wait for the perfect time. The time is now. Every single decision you make, every choice you take, is moving you closer or further away from the person you want to become. That's why it's so important to develop the mindset that success is a daily practice, not an overnight event. When you begin to understand that success is the result of small, consistent efforts, your whole perspective will shift. It's not about waiting for something huge to happen. It's about making small, smart decisions every single day. The power of consistency cannot be overstated. Success isn't a one-time event. It's an accumulation of the right decisions made over time. Think about it. Every successful person you look up to, every entrepreneur, athlete, artist, or visionary, they all have one thing in common: consistency. They didn't get to where they are by doing something big once and expecting everything to change. No, they got there by taking small steps every day, making progress even when it seemed like nothing was happening, building momentum even when the results weren't visible. They knew that the compound effect of small actions would eventually lead them to their dreams. This is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who don't: the ability to show up every day, even when the results aren't immediate. You see, it's easy to give up when you don't see instant rewards. It's easy to throw in the towel when you're putting in the work, but nothing seems to be happening. But that's the critical moment. That's where the real progress happens. When you push through that moment of doubt, when you continue to show up and do the work even when you don't feel like it, that's when the breakthrough is right around the corner. Most people give up right before they reach success. They stop just before the breakthrough happens. But you've got to commit to the process. You've got to believe in yourself, even when it seems like things aren't going your way. It's all about momentum. It's about creating a cycle where each small victory builds on the next, where each step forward gives you the confidence and energy to keep going. Momentum works in your favor when you commit to making progress each day, even if it's just a small step. It's the feeling of accomplishment, even when it's tiny, that keeps you moving forward. And over time, those tiny accomplishments stack up until you've built something massive. It's like stacking one brick on top of another. At first it doesn't look like much, but over time those small, consistent actions build the foundation for something that's unshakable. One of the most powerful ways to keep yourself on track and maintain that momentum is by cultivating discipline. Discipline is the ability to keep going even when you don't feel like it. It's the strength to do what needs to be done, even when the motivation isn't there. If you want to achieve anything of value, discipline is non-negotiable. It's what allows you to keep going when others would quit. Discipline is the foundation of consistency, and consistency is what leads to mastery. When you make discipline a part of your daily routine, when you decide to show up and do the work no matter what, you'll be amazed at how much progress you can make. And the best part, the more disciplined you become, the easier it gets. Discipline becomes a habit, and once it's a habit, it's no longer something you have to think about, it just becomes part of who you are. But let me tell you, discipline is not about being perfect. It's about getting back on track when you fall off. It's about showing up even when you're not feeling your best. It's about being consistent in the face of setbacks and obstacles. And there will be setbacks. You'll have days when you feel like you're not making any progress. You'll hit roadblocks, and you'll face challenges that seem insurmountable. But this is where the true power of discipline comes into play. The most successful people are not the ones who never fail. They are the ones who fail, get back up, and keep going. They refuse to let setbacks define them. They use them as fuel for the next push forward. Your mindset plays a huge role in maintaining that discipline. If you see obstacles as insurmountable, you'll quit the moment things get tough. But if you view them as temporary challenges, as stepping stones toward your goal, then you'll push through. It's all about reframing your challenges and setbacks. Instead of seeing them as failures, see them as opportunities to grow, to learn, to get stronger. When you approach life with a mindset that failure is not the end, but simply a part of the journey, everything changes. You'll be able to stay disciplined and keep going, even when it feels impossible. Another key to building the life you want is to embrace the power of self-belief. If you don't believe in yourself, you'll never take the necessary steps to create the life you want. Self-belief is the foundation of everything you do. When you believe in yourself, you trust that you can figure things out, even when things get tough. You trust that, no matter what happens, you'll be able to find a way forward. Self-belief is what drives you to take action, to keep moving forward, even when the road ahead seems uncertain. Without it, you'll be paralyzed by fear and doubt, stuck in a cycle of inaction. But when you believe in your ability to succeed, you'll be unstoppable. You'll push through every obstacle, every setback, because you know that failure is not the end, it's simply a part of the process. And here's the thing. Self-belief doesn't mean thinking you're perfect. It doesn't mean thinking you're better than anyone else. It means knowing that you are capable of achieving whatever you set your mind to. It means trusting that, even when things don't go as planned, you have the strength to keep going. Self-belief is the quiet confidence that comes from knowing you've got what it takes, and even when the world tells you otherwise, you keep going. Creating the life you want isn't about waiting for a lucky break. It's about waking up every single day and taking control. It's about making the decision to show up, to put in the work, and to never give up, no matter what. The life you want is built in the small, consistent actions you take every single day. When you commit to consistency, when you cultivate discipline, when you believe in yourself and your ability to push through challenges, nothing can stop you. You are the creator of your own destiny, and every single day is another opportunity to move closer to the life you deserve. It's time to take control. The moment is now. Your future is waiting for you. Chapter 7. How to Build Unbreakable Discipline in 30 Days. You have the power to change your life, starting today. It's not some distant dream or an unreachable fantasy. It's right here, within your reach, if you're willing to commit to it. The truth is, there's one key factor that separates those who achieve greatness from those who settle for mediocrity, and that is the ability to stay focused, to push forward, even when life throws challenges your way. We all have moments when we feel like giving up, when the road ahead feels too tough, but those who succeed are the ones who keep moving, no matter how difficult the journey becomes. It's easy to get distracted, easy to lose sight of your goals, and easy to let doubt creep in, but the moment you learn how to master focus, everything will shift. Focus is everything. It's the difference between success and failure, the ability to keep your mind on the prize, to block out distractions, to stay the course even when it feels like the whole world is trying to pull you in a million different directions. This is the trait of those who achieve great things. And the best part, focus is something you can control. It's a muscle you can develop, something you can train every single day. It's not a matter of waiting for the right moment or hoping for the stars to align. It's about making the decision to focus on what matters and put your energy into it, no matter what. It's about being relentless, about refusing to let anything stand in the way of your vision. But how do you maintain that focus when life is constantly trying to throw you off track? How do you keep your eyes on the prize when distractions are everywhere? This is where the magic happens, because once you master focus, you unlock the ability to create anything you want. When you truly understand how powerful focus is, you begin to realize that it's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. It's about honing in on what truly matters and giving it your full attention. You see, distractions are everywhere: social media, work pressures, personal problems, but the truth is, the most successful people in the world have mastered the art of focus. They don't get caught up in every little thing that comes their way. They know where their attention needs to be, and they stay there. Focus is the key to mastering discipline, and discipline is the bridge between where you are and where you want to go. Every action you take, every decision you make, every move you make toward your goal requires one thing: focus. Without it, you'll be like a ship drifting aimlessly, unable to reach your destination. But when you have focus, you have a clear direction, and you begin to move with purpose. And that momentum, that's what propels you forward, even when the challenges seem insurmountable. When you focus on something, you're telling your brain that this is the most important thing right now. You're signaling to your mind and body that this is where your energy needs to go. And your brain will respond to that focus, narrowing its attention to what's important and pushing out everything else. But it's not always easy to stay focused, is it? Life is full of distractions, and it's easy to get caught up in the noise. But if you want to accomplish something meaningful, you have to learn how to block out the distractions and keep your attention where it matters. There's a reason why the most successful people in the world are incredibly selective with how they spend their time. They understand the value of focus. They know that every minute spent on something that doesn't align with their goals is a minute wasted, and they protect that time fiercely. They prioritize their energy, knowing that it's their most valuable resource. When you learn to prioritize your focus, you begin to make progress at an exponential rate. Your results start to compound, and before you know it, you've created something incredible. But let me tell you, staying focused isn't about being rigid or inflexible. It's about being intentional. It's about knowing when to say no to distractions and when to say yes to the things that align with your goals. It's about recognizing what truly matters and committing to giving it your full attention. And here's the truth: focus isn't something you can just turn on and off at will. It's something you have to practice, something you have to cultivate every single day. It's not enough to just hope for focus when you need it. You have to build the habit of focus so that it becomes automatic. The key to cultivating focus is developing rituals that support it. You need to create an environment that nurtures your ability to concentrate. This means eliminating distractions, creating a workspace that promotes productivity, and setting clear intentions for what you want to achieve. It also means being intentional about where you spend your time and who you spend it with. If you want to stay focused on your goals, you have to surround yourself with people and activities that support that vision. That means cutting out the noise, eliminating the people and things that drain your energy, and choosing to engage with those who lift you up and push you forward. Now, here's where things get interesting. Focus is more than just the ability to concentrate. It's also about mindset. When you learn how to focus, you're essentially training your mind to stay in the present moment, to block out the worries, doubts and distractions that can pull you off track. And when you learn how to stay in the present moment, you begin to tap into a power that is beyond anything you've ever experienced. This is the secret to achieving your goals, the ability to be fully present in every task you do, no matter how small. When you bring your full attention to the present moment, you unlock a level of productivity, creativity, and clarity that will blow your mind. The more you practice focusing on the present moment, the more natural it becomes. And as you continue to develop that muscle, you'll find that distractions have less and less power over you. You'll be able to sit down and work for hours, fully immersed in your task, without getting sidetracked by the endless distractions of the world around you. This is the power of focus. It's the ability to block out everything that doesn't serve you and put all of your energy into the task at hand. Now, let's talk about something that most people don't want to hear, but it's essential to mastering focus: patience. You have to be patient with yourself as you develop the skill of focus. It's not something that happens overnight. It's a journey, and like any skill, it requires time and practice. You're going to have days where it feels like your mind is all over the place, where you can't seem to get into the zone, and that's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just keep showing up, keep practicing, and know that over time you will improve. The key to success is consistency. You don't have to be perfect every day, but you do need to show up consistently. Every time you sit down to focus, you're strengthening that muscle. Every time you resist the urge to check your phone or get distracted by something else, you're building your ability to concentrate. Over time, those small efforts add up, and before you know it, you'll be able to focus for longer periods of time with greater ease. And here's something even more powerful. When you learn how to focus on the things that matter most, you create a ripple effect in your life. Your focus doesn't just affect your work, it impacts every area of your life. When you learn how to focus on your goals, your relationships improve, your health improves, your mindset improves. Focus has the power to transform every aspect of your life, because it allows you to pour your energy into what truly matters. And when you put your energy into what matters, you create a life that's aligned with your deepest desires. Focus is the key to everything you want. It's the key to breaking through your limitations, to achieving your goals, and to living a life of purpose. When you learn how to focus, you unlock a power within you that can move mountains. It's not about being perfect, it's about showing up, staying committed, and being intentional with your time and energy. So stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting for everything to fall into place. The time to focus is now. Take control of your life, block out the distractions, and put your energy into what truly matters. Your future self will thank you. Chapter 8. How to set goals that actually get achieved. You have the ability to shape your reality in ways that most people only dream of. Every moment is an opportunity to take control, to step into the life you've always desired. But here's the thing, so many people miss out on this incredible power because they're not paying attention to the one thing that matters most: their thoughts. Your thoughts are the foundation of everything in your life. What you think about, how you think about it, and the beliefs you hold deep within you, these are the building blocks of your reality. If you want to change your life, the first place to look is inside. If you can master your thoughts, you can master your life. The truth is, your mind is the most powerful tool you have, but like any tool, it requires care and maintenance. Most people don't realize that their minds are filled with clutter, negative beliefs, and old patterns that are no longer serving them. And that's where the problem lies. If you're walking around with a mind full of doubt, fear, and negativity, that's exactly what you're going to attract into your life. Your thoughts create your reality, and if you're constantly thinking about what you don't want, that's what you'll get more of. But when you learn to take control of your mind, when you train your thoughts to align with your vision and goals, everything changes. It starts with awareness. You have to become aware of your thoughts and how they affect your emotions and actions. Too many people go through life on autopilot, letting their thoughts run wild without ever questioning them. But once you start to pay attention to the thoughts you're thinking, you'll begin to realize how powerful they are. If you catch yourself thinking negative thoughts or doubting yourself, stop in that moment and ask yourself, is this thought helping me move forward? If it's not, then let it go. Don't give it any more energy. Instead, replace it with a thought that empowers you, a thought that brings you closer to your goals. But awareness is only the first step. The next step is intentionality. You have to consciously choose the thoughts that will move you in the direction of your dreams. This isn't about ignoring the challenges or pretending that everything is perfect. It's about focusing on what you want, not what you fear. It's about choosing to see opportunities instead of obstacles, solutions instead of problems. The more you intentionally focus on the thoughts that align with your goals, the more you will begin to see your life shift in amazing ways. One of the most powerful tools you can use to train your mind is visualization. Visualization is the practice of vividly imagining your ideal future as if it's already happening. The more you visualize your success, the more real it becomes to your subconscious mind. And when your subconscious mind believes something is possible, it will begin to look for ways to make it happen. It's like planting a seed in your mind and nurturing it every day until it grows into reality. The key is to be specific. Don't just visualize vague ideas of success. Visualize the exact details of your dreams. Picture yourself waking up in the life you want, feeling the emotions of success, seeing the people you're helping, experiencing the joy of living your purpose. When you create a clear, vivid picture in your mind, your brain will start working to make it real. But here's the catch: your thoughts are constantly being influenced by your environment, your past experiences, and the people you interact with. If you want to change your life, you need to take a long, hard look at the influences around you. Are the people in your life encouraging you to think bigger, to dream bigger, or are they holding you back with their own limiting beliefs? Are you consuming media that uplifts you and inspires you, or are you feeding your mind with negativity and fear? Your environment has a massive impact on your thoughts and your mindset, so choose it wisely. Surround yourself with people who push you to be better, who see the greatness in you even when you don't see it in yourself. Cut out anything that doesn't serve you, whether it's toxic relationships, negative news, or habits that hold you back. Create an environment that supports your growth, and you'll be amazed at how quickly your mindset begins to shift. The power of your mind is limitless, but you must learn how to use it. It's not enough to simply have positive thoughts. You have to train your mind to believe in those thoughts, to truly embody the mindset of someone who is already living the life they want. And that's where consistency comes in. Just like any habit, it takes practice to rewire your brain for success. Every time you catch yourself thinking negatively, replace that thought with something empowering. Every time you feel doubt creeping in, replace it with faith in yourself and your abilities. The more you do this, the more it becomes second nature. Eventually, you won't have to consciously fight against negative thoughts. They'll simply fade away as your new positive thoughts take their place. But it's not just about thinking positive thoughts, it's about aligning your thoughts with your actions. You can't just sit around visualizing success and waiting for it to fall into your lap. You have to take action. But here's the thing, when your thoughts are in alignment with your goals, taking action becomes much easier. You'll find that the right opportunities start to appear, the right people start to show up, and the steps you need to take become clear. Your mind will guide you toward the right decisions, and the actions you take will be infused with purpose and intention. When your thoughts and actions are in harmony, you begin to create momentum. Momentum is the key to achieving anything worthwhile. It's the compound effect of consistent effort over time. But momentum doesn't just happen by chance. It's something you create with your thoughts and actions. The more you stay focused on your goals, the more momentum you build, and the faster you start moving toward your dreams. And when you have momentum on your side, nothing can stop you. You become unstoppable. Every obstacle becomes an opportunity for growth. Every setback is just a setup for a comeback. And here's the beauty of it all. Once you master your mind, everything else falls into place. Your relationships improve because you're no longer dragging around negative energy. Your health improves because you're feeding your mind with positive, empowering thoughts that motivate you to take better care of your body. Your finances improve because you start thinking like someone who is worthy of abundance. Your life improves because you're no longer letting limiting beliefs hold you back. The power of your mind is the key to unlocking everything you've ever wanted. But it starts with you. It starts with taking control of your thoughts and choosing to focus on what you want, not what you don't want. It starts with making the decision to believe in yourself and your potential, no matter what. So the next time you find yourself doubting your abilities or wondering if you can achieve your dreams, remember this: your thoughts are powerful enough to change your life. All you have to do is harness that power, believe in it, and take consistent action. The life you want is already within you. It's just waiting for you to realize it. Chapter 9. Creating a success-oriented environment. The path to your dreams is already paved. You might not see it clearly right now, but every step you take in the direction of your goals is like putting another piece of the puzzle in place. Success doesn't just come to those who wait. It comes to those who are relentless, those who are willing to face every challenge head-on, who understand that obstacles are simply stepping stones along the journey. It's easy to get lost in the idea that success is this distant, far-off concept, something only the lucky few can achieve. But what if I told you that the power to reach your highest potential is already inside of you? What if I told you that the only thing standing between where you are now and where you want to be is a shift in how you think and the action you take? When you understand that your success is directly tied to your mindset and your willingness to push past discomfort, you unlock the key to limitless growth. Too many people spend their lives on autopilot, allowing the world around them to dictate their mood, their mindset, and their actions. They live in reaction, not in control. But what if you could step out of that cycle? What if you could break free from the limits that others, or even you yourself, have placed on your life? What if you could start today to create a future so incredible that your current reality seems small in comparison? It begins with understanding that every thought you think, every belief you hold, every decision you make is shaping your future. That's right. You are constantly creating your life, even if you don't realize it. Every time you think, "I can't do that," "I'm not good enough," or "I'm not worthy," you're reinforcing a belief that keeps you stuck. You're telling your mind that you don't have the power to create the life you want, and your mind listens. But when you shift those thoughts to, "I can do this," "I am worthy," and "I have the strength to overcome anything," you begin to create a new reality. The key to transforming your life is as simple as changing your thoughts. And while it may sound simple, it requires consistency and dedication. Your mind is like a muscle. It needs to be trained and conditioned every single day to think in ways that serve you, not limit you. But it doesn't stop there. You also have to be willing to take action. This is where most people get stuck. They think that if they just think positively or visualize success, everything will magically fall into place. But success doesn't happen through wishful thinking alone. It happens through taking bold, intentional actions toward your goals. Every day, you must choose to take one step forward, no matter how small it may seem. Some days, the steps will feel massive, and other days, they might feel minuscule. But what matters is that you keep moving forward. Every action, no matter how small, is progress. And each of those small actions compounds over time, leading to bigger breakthroughs and greater results. When you take consistent action, something amazing happens. You begin to build momentum. Momentum is the force that propels you forward, even when the path seems unclear. When you start building momentum, things begin to fall into place. You start seeing opportunities where you once saw obstacles. You begin to feel unstoppable because you've proven to yourself that you are capable. And that feeling of confidence is contagious. It spreads through every area of your life. Your relationships improve, your health improves, your finances improve. Everything starts to shift because you've made the decision to take control of your life and your future. You've decided that you're no longer willing to let fear, doubt, or procrastination hold you back. But here's the thing. There's a big difference between being busy and being productive. Many people confuse activity with progress. They think that if they're constantly moving, they're getting closer to their goals. But true success comes from focused, deliberate action. It comes from aligning your daily actions with your long-term vision. If you're taking action, but that action isn't aligned with your goals, you're spinning your wheels. You're wasting time and energy on things that don't move you closer to your desired outcome. This is why clarity is so important. You need to have a clear vision of where you're going, so every decision you make can be in alignment with that vision. You need to know exactly what you want, why you want it, and how you're going to get it. And once you have that clarity, take consistent action toward that vision every single day. Don't let anything or anyone distract you from your path. Another key component of success is learning how to handle setbacks. Because let's face it, setbacks will happen. You'll encounter failure, you'll face rejection, and there will be days when it feels like nothing is going right. But here's where most people go wrong. They let setbacks define them. They let failure convince them that they're not good enough or that they'll never make it. But successful people don't let failure stop them, they let it fuel them. They understand that failure is just feedback. It's not an indication that they can't succeed, it's simply information telling them what doesn't work. The most successful people in the world are the ones who failed the most because they didn't give up. They used their failures as stepping stones, learning from them and adjusting their strategies until they succeeded. In fact, some of the greatest successes in history were built on a foundation of failure. Think about Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Or Michael Jordan, who was cut from his high school basketball team, only to go on to become one of the greatest athletes of all time. These people didn't let failure define them, they let it drive them. They took the lessons from their failures and used them to fuel their next move. And that's exactly what you need to do. When you face setbacks, don't be discouraged. Instead, use them as an opportunity to learn, grow, and become stronger. At the core of everything lies belief in yourself and your abilities. If you don't believe you can achieve your goals, you'll never take the action necessary to make them happen. But belief doesn't come from a place of certainty, it comes from a place of commitment. You don't have to know exactly how everything is going to play out. You don't have to have all the answers. But you do need to believe that you can learn, adapt, and find solutions along the way. The moment you truly believe that your success is inevitable is the moment everything starts to change. That belief will propel you forward through every challenge, every obstacle, and every setback. It will become your driving force, your unwavering anchor in the storm. As you continue on your journey, you'll face times when doubt creeps in, when fear tries to hold you back, when the road gets tough. But in those moments, remember this: you've got what it takes. You've been through challenges before, and you've come out stronger every time. This time will be no different. You have the power to overcome any obstacle, to face any challenge, and to achieve any goal you set your mind to. You are stronger than you think, and the world needs what you have to offer. The key is to keep going, even when it feels like everything is working against you. Keep believing in yourself, keep taking action, and keep moving forward. Success isn't about waiting for the perfect moment or for everything to line up perfectly. It's about taking bold action and trusting that as long as you keep going, you'll reach your destination. The journey might not always be easy, but the rewards at the end will be worth every ounce of effort. So keep pushing forward, because your dreams are waiting for you. They're closer than you think. Chapter 10. The continuous journey of self-improvement. The power to transform your life is in your hands. Right here, right now. Every day you wake up, you are given a choice to keep moving forward, or to let doubt and fear control your actions. You are standing at the edge of a massive potential for growth and change, and it all begins with understanding that no one else can build your life for you. You are the architect of your destiny, the creator of your reality. The way you think, the choices you make, and the actions you take determine whether you will reach your full potential or remain stuck in the same place. It's not about waiting for the right moment or hoping for the stars to align. It's about taking bold, consistent action with unshakable belief in yourself. We live in a world that's full of distractions, full of noise, and full of people who will try to tell you what you can and cannot do. But here's the truth: their opinions don't matter. The only thing that matters is what you believe. You are the only one who gets to decide your worth, your capabilities, and your future. And the moment you realize this truth, everything changes. The fear that once held you back, it starts to shrink. The doubt that kept you from taking action, It begins to fade. You step into your power, and when you do, nothing can stop you. You are capable of so much more than you give yourself credit for. The reason you're not where you want to be yet isn't because you're not good enough or because the world is against you. The reason you haven't reached your full potential is because you've been listening to the wrong voices. You've been listening to the doubt in your head, the negativity around you, the excuses that tell you it's too hard or that you're not ready. But all of that is a lie. You have everything you need to succeed. You just have to learn to trust yourself, to believe that you are worthy of success, and to take action with the confidence that you will make it happen. You see, the biggest obstacle isn't external, it's internal. The most significant battle you'll ever fight is the one inside your own mind. It's the voice that tells you to stop, to give up, or that you're not good enough. But that voice is not the truth. It's simply a reflection of fear, and the moment you realize that you can conquer it, you can stand taller, move faster, and charge forward with a level of determination that's unstoppable. The key to achieving the life you want isn't found in the external world, it's found inside you. It's found in the way you think, the way you approach challenges, and the way you view yourself. Imagine for a moment that you could completely silence that voice of doubt. Imagine waking up every morning, excited and ready to take on whatever the day brings, knowing that you have the strength, the willpower, and the skills to face anything. That's the power you have access to right now. But it takes more than just wishing for things to change. You have to take action. Action is what separates the dreamers from the doers. Action is what turns your vision into reality. The key to success lies in your ability to take consistent, deliberate steps toward your goals, no matter how small those steps may seem. It's about moving forward, even when you don't feel ready, even when things aren't perfect. It's about making progress, not perfection. But here's the thing. Success is not an overnight phenomenon. It doesn't happen in a single day, and it certainly doesn't happen without setbacks along the way. The road to success is filled with challenges, roadblocks and obstacles that will test your resolve. But it's in those moments of struggle that you grow the most. It's when everything feels impossible that you discover just how strong you are. When you choose to keep going, even when it feels like the world is against you, that's when you truly start to build the life you've always dreamed of. Because success is not just about reaching the destination, it's about who you become along the way. Think about the most successful people you admire. They didn't get to where they are by quitting when things got tough. They didn't give up after a few failed attempts. They kept going, even when the odds were stacked against them, because they understood that the challenges were simply part of the process. They didn't let fear or doubt stop them. They let it fuel their drive to keep going. They knew that every failure was simply a lesson, a stepping stone toward their ultimate success. And that's the mindset you need to adopt if you want to achieve your goals. You need to embrace failure, not fear it. You need to see every setback as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to come back stronger. Success isn't about being perfect. It's about being persistent. It's about showing up every day, even when you don't feel like it, even when you're tired or discouraged, and continuing to push forward. The more consistent you are, the more momentum you build, and momentum, once it starts, is a powerful force. When you build momentum, you start to feel unstoppable. The things that once seemed difficult now feel easier, and the goals that once felt out of reach now seem possible. Momentum gives you the confidence to keep going, even when the road gets tough. It keeps you moving, even when you want to stop. But the most important thing to remember is this: the power to change your life lies within you. No one else is going to do it for you. You have to be the one to take action, to take control of your thoughts, your actions, and your future. It's easy to sit back and wait for things to change, but real change happens when you decide to take action, to take responsibility for your life, and to refuse to let anything or anyone hold you back. When you decide that you are the master of your destiny, that's when everything begins to shift. That's when you start creating the life you've always wanted. So, what's holding you back right now? Is it fear of failure? Fear of rejection? Fear of not being good enough? Whatever it is, I want you to remember this: fear is a liar. Fear will tell you that you're not ready, that you're not capable, that you don't have what it takes. But fear is not the truth. The truth is that you have everything you need to succeed. The truth is that you are capable, worthy, and deserving of success. The truth is that the only thing standing between you and your goals is the decision to take action. This is your moment. This is your time. And you are more than ready to take the next step. Don't wait for the perfect moment, because it doesn't exist. The perfect moment is the one you create. The perfect moment is now. So take that first step. Take that leap of faith. Trust yourself. Believe in your abilities. And know that as long as you keep moving forward, success is inevitable. The only question left is, will you take action today?